Sorry, Tony?
Is there a story in the Stock Journal on this episode?
No, but I'll tell you right now, we've got the Stock Journal here tonight, Quinton.
Good story, Quinton.
We'll see what he can do. Bob Hicks, would you like to come up? We've got Bob Hicks here from North Queensland. And give him a... We talk about people going through hell. I tell you what, this guy's going through hell. And about 69 other farmers from North Queensland, that this Liberal government want to compulsory acquire their land, and we're talking 1 million acres, 70 farmers, 1 million acres, compulsory acquire their land so the Singapore Army can use this land as training purposes. We're talking about 100,000 head of cattle out of the equation annually. And as I said, 1 million acres. So Bob, what about the job losses? I just want to go into the job losses first. There's a lot we've got to talk about, but I just want to go into the job losses first. How many people will this affect, or how many people are going to be unemployed?
Pete, this is and everyone, this is catastrophic. It can't be really justified or put into perspective, because its numbers, the flow-on effect is big. But just to start with, we have JBS as our major processor in Townsville, employs 600 people. It's an integral part of their whole setup. Now they've told us just by losing 17,000 annual just for there, this will throw the whole lot into disarray. So that's at least 600 jobs gone there. One trucking transport firm told me there is another 17 going from just there alone. So this is major big. This is without our mailmans, like we all rely on mail services, shop owners. It's going to just about desecrate the town of Charters Towers. It's just too big to actually try and put an estimate on, Pete.
What sort of consultation have you had? How did you know about this? How did you know that one of your farm was up for this compulsory acquisition?
It was quite easy to know, I suppose. They put it in a newspaper, something about 3 inches square. Sorry people, I'm being sarcastic. No, that is how we found out. We found out in a newspaper. Exactly how we found out. We then got a letter to come have a 15-minute meeting with them after that.
So what support are you getting from the government or the Nationals, or is there any support out there?
There is absolutely nothing out of the Nationals at all. Full stop. We can't get to any ministers. No ministers will talk to us. Marissa Payne and that won't answer an email. As far as I know, and I know pretty well, that they will not answer an email. The only support we're getting is outside the independents.
Yeah, I spoke to Nick Xenophon recently, and he deeply opposes this acquisition. As we know, Pauline Hanson's One Nation opposes this compulsory acquisition, and also Bob Catter opposes this compulsory acquisition, and still waiting back from something from Jackie Lambie. So good on Nick Xenophon, good on Bob Catter, and good on Pauline Hanson's One Nation for this. Put your hands together for them. What sort of money are we talking that this Singapore Army are going to pay for this land?
We do not know. There's been no talk of money, but we do know that the deal has been signed for $2.25 billion US over 25 years. So we don't even know if this is going to be paid up front, if it gets paid at the end, or where it gets paid, Pete.
That is absolutely shocking. I'd like to say to Maurice Payne and Malcolm Turnbull, where does Christopher Pine sit on this?
Once again, they're up the same whole log with the rest of them.
Really good, isn't it? I'd like somebody to knock on Christopher Pine's door and Malcolm Turnbull and Maurice Payne and whoever else is involved in this rot and tell them they've got to get out of their house. How would they like it? I mean, this is not only a business, this is their family home, this is their future, this is generations, we're talking generations. And what to think that a government are going to just come in and take their home? I think it is absolutely disgusting. So just remember what's going on here. This is a Liberal government doing it, and the Labor are right behind it. Have you heard anything from Bill Shorten or his mob?
Nothing at all from Bill Shorten either. As I said, they're just not talking to us. The Army's not talking to us, the politicians aren't talking to us, apart from those that we've listed.
Have you seen any sort of budget, Bob?
No budget. Been nothing supplied that's been asked for. The only thing we've had has been in the paper there a while back. Marissa Payne and Matt Canavan commissioned KPMG to do a socio-economic study, but you've got to remember that they commissioned them. They're controlling the study. So
they haven't already done
no
an economic or environmental impact study
at all.
And they've already more or less said, right, you're going. What are going to be the effects if this Singapore Army comes in? What are going to be the effects, the environmental effects? It's
going to be a wreck. The Army has already proved they're bad land managers due to the fact they're sat there beside us for quite a number of years now. We've got a quite invasive weed that has come in from overseas to the Tully training area and has then been brought down to the Townsville training area. This has been documented by Biosecurity Australia, genetic DNA tested, and it has got away. And according to Biosecurity Australia, it has got away that bad that the Army can't control it. So if the Army can't afford it or don't have the manpower to control this weed, what heck's any farmer got?
You got no hope in hell, mate. No hope in hell. I would just like to say to all of you, you can make a difference here. You can ring Malcolm Turnbull's office. You can ring Maurice Payne's office. You can ring Christopher Pine's office. And let's start supporting these people in North Queensland, because this could happen anywhere. This could happen anywhere in Australia. We could get a phone call any time with compulsory acquisition. It is not on, and we've got to stop it. And people power can do it, believe me. So we really need to really do that. Give these officers a call and just say this is completely outrageous. It really is. They talk about low value land, Bob.
That was one comment made by National Senator Ian McDonald, telling us that we were low value land it would be better off for training the Singaporeans.
The biggest thing here is these people are not saying to the Singapore Army, don't come here. There is other land available, about an hour away?
It is, it's about 100k away. And
right. And how much? It's more land actually, isn't it?
It is, it's 800,000 acres in one block compared to 500,000 that's an hour away from it. Yes, that's right.
Right. No, well, look, Bob, I'm sure people here will get behind you because we need to. And is there anything you'd like to say just in finishing?
Yeah, I'd really like that if Mr. Turnbull's listening to this, it's about time you come and talk to us. And for sure, I'd like to see what happens that if they turn up on your doorstep of your farm where your family's buried and tell you that they're going to take it to train Singaporean troops, because some of these families have been on this land for 150 years, and that's longer than that's probably more days than you're going to be in power if you pull this on.
In a minute, Alex. Just to say one thing too, Bob. How do you sleep at night? I mean, the mental health issues. I mean, there'd be people suiciding. I don't know. I just can't comprehend all this. It's just ridiculous. How do you sleep?
Very, very not well. But you've got to remember that there is 10 in 100,000 standard suicide rate in Australia. Australian farmers' suicide rate is 37 in 100,000. Now with bureaucrats, people trying to stop food, we've got NRMA, the likes of what happened with these cattle that we've just seen. We can see why our suicide rate's so high.
Well and truly, it's disgusting. Bob, thanks very much. I'm sure some people would like to have a chat with you later. I really do. Good on you, mate. We'll keep fighting.